Fresh off of signing a brand spanking new extension, at least Morgan Rielly joins us. Morgan, I know there are a few things I would be doing if I just signed that deal. Talking to me would not be one of them. So thank you very much for doing this.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Anytime, anytime. Hey, look, we were a little surprised by this, but I'm guessing that you weren't. How long have you guys been working on it?
It hasn't been an overly long process. We had a conversation back kind of just before camp, just to touch base and kind of, get an idea where we were at. And both myself and the team, wanted to move forward with, this relationship or whatever you want to call it. So it was just about trying to make things work so both sides were happy. And ultimately, I'm very grateful and very happy to get things done. The process itself was, not overly stressful. I didn't want it to be a distraction or anything. So I feel good about the way it went down, and I'm happy to move forward.
Was it important for you to get it done before the off season?
No, not really. I was quite comfortable playing out the season if that's what it took. But I'm obviously very happy with how things worked out. It was important to me to do whatever I could, whatever I had to do to keep being a Leaf and, make it work out in that sense. But, like I said, I didn't want to be a distraction. I didn't want to deal with it publicly. So the way it all went down, made me very comfortable. I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah, in this market, that's a good idea. I think that's a veteran move by both you and your agent. Like some folks were saying that this is the second time that you signed before the deadline, which is obvious, and that you did it for a little less than you may have received elsewhere. Do you think that's the case, and why were you doing it that way?
Well, I would never say that. I feel like the most fortunate guy in the world today, so I'm not going to, talk about discounts or anything like that. But it was just a matter of the way that I wanted to go about it. I love playing here. I expressed that to the team. I wasn't trying to play any type of games or any type of negotiating tactic in that sense. So it was just about making it work. Both parties expressed their desire to make that happen. So the way that it got handled was very professional from the team side, and I'm very grateful for that. And obviously very grateful for the faith that they've, put in me to perform and hold up my end of the bargain, which I'm looking forward to doing. So in terms of how the process went, I can't really comment on it. That's a question for Kyle, probably more, just because he was more hands-on.
Yep.
But, again, just happy it's done. Grateful to be here, be home, and move forward with this team and this group.
Honestly, I think fans of the team that they cheer for appreciate when it just pops up and there's no back and forth. They appreciate it that it's done quietly. We also saw that your teammates appreciated it. The reaction that when the deal was brought up in practice today. Like, what does it mean to you to get a kind of reaction like that at practice when it's announced that your deal?
It means a lot. Our team's pretty tight, and I knew going into the day that there's going to be a point in time where people were going to find out, and I was kind of anxiously awaiting for that to happen. I was a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit embarrassed about the whole thing. So I was glad when it was over, but the way it went down was pretty cool, pretty special. And I'm grateful to those guys. That was a cool way to end practice and a cool moment for me that I won't soon forget.
That's awesome. We're just watching it right now, and the boys just getting really excited. I guess that means next road trip that you're paying for dinner along the way. Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think typically, in the past, I've been pretty quick to make people pay for dinners and buy drinks or whatever it may be. So I'm sure I'll be on the hook, which I'm perfectly fine with. I got no issue with that. But I got those other guys pretty good when they did their deals. So it always comes around in the end, I guess.
I'm looking at it's Philly or Buffalo, but I think the boys might want to wait because it goes New York, LA late November. Like that, yeah. They might make you wait.
Yeah, like I said, I'm fine with that. I might have to do some financial planning before those guys get their hands on the travel itinerary. But but no, in all seriousness, that's just how it goes, and that's something I'm looking forward to doing. So to be in Toronto means a lot to me. So I'm grateful and happy that it got done today, and we can move on. And whatever those guys want to do is fine with me.
Awesome. I don't have to tell you that sometimes in Toronto, when you get paid, the expectations and the pressure turns up too. Is that something you took into account when signing this deal?
Yeah, I suppose. But honestly, it was more about the team and what we have the potential to accomplish. And quite frankly, up until this point, I haven't really allowed other things to influence my decision making. And I wasn't going to start now. So any type of pressure, any type of criticism, any type of things that might come, I'll just welcome with open arms, because that's a consequence of playing for a great team in a great market. And, those are the things that you have to deal with. And that's just business as usual. And, we'll continue to handle that as a group. And we'll continue to be there for one another, be supportive of one another as we go about our business. So I think it's important as teammates that we look out for each other. And I think we have a great opportunity here in a great place to live, in a great market, to accomplish something special. So that's the main focus. So
this hasn't obviously been the greatest week, though. Not a bad result on Wednesday. What's the overall the mood of the room right now?
Yeah, I think that would be putting it lightly. I think that this past road trip, obviously, we didn't get the results that we want. So, times were tense a little bit as we were leaving Pittsburgh and leaving Carolina. When we got to Chicago, we knew that our team had to start performing better. And obviously we were happy with the win, and, it was very relieving to get that win, because when you're going through a dry spell, it kind of feels like you might never win again. And then we had a good practice day today, but the work's just starting. We're 8 games in, just over 2 weeks into the season. We got a long way to go. So as a group, I think we're just looking forward to the challenges that are ahead. And I think how our group responded to our early adversity is a great sign. And it kind of proves to us as players that are in the room that, we're equipped to handle that type of stuff moving forward. Because over the course of a long season, there's going to be ups and downs and, good days and bad days. And I think as a group, you have to be able to handle those. And I think that, as a team, we're at that point now, which is a great feeling.
Listen, we don't have a ton of time left here, and I know you got to get going, but some of us saw a little more fire, a little more emotion down 2-0 to the Hawks. Figment of my imagination, or did you feel that too? Yeah.
I think so for sure. I think when you're down, 2-0 after the first period in Chicago, when you're going through a dry spell, that's a natural reaction. That's a reaction that you want out of your teammates, out of your guys, that you're not going to roll over. You're going to go out there and play hard and compete and, try to get something done. And, just so happened that night that we were able to accomplish that. And that's a great sign for us.
Awesome. Hey, listen, enjoy the day. I know you get back in action tomorrow. Big day for you. Appreciate the time. And try and survive that dinner, okay?
Cool, man. All right. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
There is Morgan Rielly joining us here on Tim and Friends.